Well, welcome to the start of episode 7, I think it is. Continuing on from the split fuel hose saga on the injectors, I have now received the new one-piece fuel rail. I don't know whether it's an upgrade or it was just fitted to the later Range Rovers or SD ones, I'm not sure. Didn't have a lot of information on this when I purchased it, but obviously you can see it's been reconditioned. New stainless steel plates, new rubbers, new hoses, new clips. I've got to check to see whether this fuel hose is compliant with the new like ethanol based fuel. I've got some on the shelf. If not, it's not a problem. I'll probably have to shorten that one down looking at that hose. Obviously I won't, there's no pieces to go on there, so that's alright. And I'm pretty sure looking at that, probably have to lengthen that one. But we'll wait and see. I'm going to change, it won't be running normal Jubilee clips, I'll be running the proper fuel clips. I've got them on the shelf, so that's not a problem. More goodies. We have the rubber boots for the wiring loom connectors. Still haven't had time to sort them out yet. This week's been absolutely horrific with the weather. So yeah, I've been sat by a fan and just doing orders. Well, last week and beginning of this week. This is Monday, so yeah, got the new boots. Ordered 2 packs of them. Got the wiring harness tape, which is actually self-adhesive. So we shall see how that pans out. I've got 4 of them, 20 meters each. So yeah, we'll see how that pans out. Received a new fuel regulator on Sunday. Apparently Royal Mail deliver on Sundays these days. I don't know. Obviously aftermarket copy. We shall see how that goes. I mean, it looks physically the same inlet, outlet, vacuum hose. Yeah, we will see how that pans out. If there's still issues, I might swap that one back over, because I don't know if that is the issue or not. And that's obviously a genuine Bosch 0280160200. I say Bosch, it's got Lucas on it, but yeah, it is a genuine Bosch item, that one. Obviously Bosch made them for Lucas. So yeah, we're going to try that out. Got the new rad cap as well for the header tank, because the one that's on there looks original. That's a genuine Jaguar Land Rover one. Jaguar, made in England. So that's all good. I've got the new gasket for underneath the plenum for the coolant takeoff pipes. That was absolutely shagged. So I've got 2 of these, so I'm going to start knocking these up once I get the design done. That's going in the new batch of tooling that I'm going to be making. So yeah, I will be retailing. And I've also got the cork fuel sender gaskets in stock as well. Can do it in like a performance green aramide. I think it's aramide. It's like a fibre material, quite thick. Or I can do it on the original cork, not a problem. Got those designs done. They'll be done in the next batch of tooling as well. So yeah, that's it for the time being. Haven't done any more to the loom, like I say. Weather's been too hot, but this week's supposed to be a bit cooler. So I'm hoping once the carer turns up, I might get a bit done maybe tomorrow. because on these I unbolted it from the brackets. As you can see on here, I've got to take all them brackets off that are in the V. So I've got a bit more disassembling to do. But, you know, it's only, what, 8 bolts. Put a bit of grease on underside so the new rubbers go in. And then Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, we should be there. So, I've started taping the loom back together, which is all going very well until I got to the T-piece for the relays. So someone's obviously cut through it with an angle grinder. I can see at least 4 wires that have got to be joined. ECU connector's fine. I'm going to leave that bit as it is. I've got to de-pin a couple of these in a minute. Once I've repaired that, the ECU holders, the relay holders were quite tough to get out, or the relays were quite tough to get out. The relay holders, as you can see, they're quite corroded. The Pectron didn't want to come out at all, so I'm going to put a load of electrical cleaner on them. Give them a good clean up before I put them back in from the new ones. So yeah, I just need to do a quick repair on this, and then I can finish taping this loom, and then move on to the other bits and pieces. Right, so I've decided I'm not going to fuck about. What I'm going to do, I'm going to splice in a new section of cable and just extend the whole lot right across there. Basically cut all the wiring out the old loom, so I've left with same colour wires, same gauge wires, and then I'll solder them all together, heat shrink them, and then retape them up. That's the new little battery operated soldering iron that I'm going to test out in a minute. So yeah, let's see how this pans out. Right, getting there. It's taken a bit longer than what I thought. That is all right for doing small jobs if you've only got 1 or 2 wires to solder. I've had to crack out the 241 because it just won't get hot enough, especially for those big cables. So yeah, I've got 4 more to do, and then obviously I've done them a decent length just so that I can get another bit of shrink wrap on the other side without it, you know, melting in there. But yeah, it's going all right actually. Everything's connecting fine. The wires are all good. There's nothing that's, you know, corroded or a bit iffy. So yeah, hopefully be a nice loom once it's done. Oh, Friday afternoon, it's another absolute belter of a day. I think it's 38 in the workshop here. I have repaired that section of loom. Went really well actually once I'd got the soldering iron sorted out. I need to order some more tips for the other one now. But yeah, soldered new section in there, heat shrinked, taped all up with the new tape as well. Insulation tape underneath just to keep it nice and tight. You know, keep all the individual wires away from each other, and then retaped with this new tape I've got. ECU plugs done all the way to the grommet. I've just tidied those 6 cables up. I don't actually know what they do, but they're all ended there anyway, so plugs ready to go, although I do need to just clean that up with some contact cleaner. Yeah, so taped up best I could for all the wires. Don't know what that's for. Lucas module underneath the air mass flow sensor, so that's all done. Air mass flow sensor plugs done. Tidied the 3 cables up for the relay on the turret, near side turret. I was going to de-pin the plugs, but it would appear that I haven't ordered the de-pin tool, and because I don't want to fuck it up, yeah, I've left it. I've got one on orders from Amazon, so that'll be a job tomorrow. Right, here we are again. Apologies for the noise. They have a Bomac roller outside doing the track. So anyway, I've been struggling to get these bloody pins out the connectors, and obviously because the kits come with so many different prongs to, you know, de-pin them, I sacrificed a 2-pin Bosch connector. So that is a standard square style connector. It actually is a bit kind of annoying because it looks like, get that out of the way, it looks like you use a double prong, when in fact, I mean, I've cut that one off, but when in fact you can get away with using a single one like that, or even maybe a pick filed down. So that's the connector, and you're looking for that tab at the top there. That one's obviously pressed down, but that tab is there inside that little rectangle, which is opposite the metal clip. So don't go thinking you can put a double prong one in there, because it won't make any difference. I've just tried. The issue I have now is, I mean, these wires, although the insulation's broken, they're actually all right. It's just the insulation. So I'm in two minds whether just put some heat shrink on it and tape them up again with the new boots, or do I cut it off, solder it, replace it? What news from the Ridmark and Helm's Deep, I hear you say? Right, well, the loom is done as far as I can get it. It's all taped up, all the connectors are repaired, although, as you can see there, I haven't put the rubber boots on because I damaged one of the connectors trying to get the pins out, and it was just such a fucking faff. I just thought, you know what, better off just tape it up, it'll be all right, fine. I will get another loom at a later date, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So yeah, this loom is off a later V8, and it was advertised as a Range Rover, so I'm assuming it's off a 3.5 flapper, but it's a later version. ECU plug's the same, everything else is the same, bar, and it's quite a big bar. No, not that connector. Where the fuck is it? That connector. Right, so that is the normal connector, which should have the takeoff for the fuel pump wiring. So that should be a 4-pin. Doesn't use the 5th for some reason. Yeah, so that should be a 4-pin connector, right? Now that connector there is the one on my vehicle. I've had to change it and put it on this loom, and I'll tell you for why. That is the connector that came on the loom, and as you can see, that ain't gonna fit on the male that's underneath the dash on my vehicle. So anyone that's using a you know, like me, repairing a loom or whatnot, get one on eBay, and then you need to check to see what kind of plugs are on the main connector loom. It's been a bit of a faff, but it's not been too bad. So you see that orange tag? That goes right through the connector. Now, what you can do is, I don't know whether you can see it, but these pins have got a wing top and bottom. You can just about see it. And they slot into the connector. That tab at the top connects with that orange piece of plastic. Let me show you on this one. So what you would have is, if that was in the connector, that tab goes up against that, stops that connector backing out the back of the connector. All right. So you can change the connectors over. It's a case of getting a pair of pliers or screwdriver, pushing that out through the side hole, getting a pair of mole grips on it or a pair of pliers, and then pull it all the way through, and then pushing those tabs down, which is quite easy on this one. If it focuses, you can get a screwdriver or a like a pin or something, and you can squeeze them up quite easy, and they come out a piece of piss compared to these square Bosch injector ones. So anyway, I've done that. I've put in a couple of metal clips that were missing. Like I say, I've taped everything up as far as I can go. I've also repaired that relay holder is off my old Loom. It's spliced about there. It's a little bit longer than what it is now, but it's all spliced, taped up. That's ready to go. I was going to put it on today, only bearing in mind I got that finished yesterday. Today's now Tuesday. I'm taking a fortnight off anyway because we got no business collection. So I was going to fit this today, only I've had a bit of an issue because that's the TPS sensor, and I was gonna change that. Should go on there like that. I was going to change that connector to my own 3-pin to repair the wiring, but obviously the wiring on this one's all right. Wiring on this one obviously isn't. So anyway, I've gone to sort all this out and clean it up late last night, and I'm like, well, where's the fucking yellow wire? Didn't realise that is where it should be coming out. Now, anyone that knows these 3.5 V8s, these Lucas 215 SAs are like fucking rocking horse shit. So I now have another problem in that I don't have a working TPS sensor. Now, I've got pictures of the yellow wire on that when I got the vehicle, because I took a load of reference pictures when I first got it and bits and pieces that I was doing under the engine bay to make sure that I got them back in the right order. So that was connected, but obviously you can see just how poorly it was in there. So whether or not that only had 1 or 2 strands left on it, I don't know, but that probably could have been contributing to obviously the injector issue and the poor wiring. So yeah, now I've got an issue of I cannot get a TPS sensor for that. There's none on eBay. They're not available brand new. The later one that I've got on the 3.9 up in the yard is a non-adjustable one, so it doesn't have the big ear slots on it to turn it around to adjust the voltage or the resistance. So I'm in a bit of a pickle. So this will be the end of this episode or chapter of, the wiring loom episodes, because I need to source one of these TPS sensors. Now, obviously this one's fucked. So I did see a picture last night of someone that's cut the top off and managed to solder a new wire on and then fill it up with silicone. It's a bit of a bodge, but I don't know, I really want to get this going and try it. So today I might be hacking this apart and cutting it up just so I can do a bit of a bodge and see if I can get it all put together and see if it runs. But yeah, that's where we are, unfortunately. So I mean, yeah, if I get any further with it, then happy days, I'll probably do an addition to this video. If I don't, then yeah, I'll see you on the flip side. I don't know how long it's going to be, unfortunately. I noticed that Jag do a same version. Apparently there's two versions. Well, there's three versions of these. You've got the early one with the white 3-pin triangle plug. You've got the later version, which is exactly the same wires, but it's got a black round 3-pin plug, which what I've read are interchangeable. You've got the 3.9, which is a fixed throttle pot with, again, a black 3-pin plug. And Jaguar also do a red version, different part number, same wiring, different plug. So I am tempted to put a shout out on Facebook or whatever and see if any of the lads that race Jags might have a spare used TPS sensor that I can purchase, and maybe try that. But from what I've seen online, although they're physically interchangeable, I think the voltage or the resistance that they put out is different to the Range Rover one, because it runs a different system. I think it's a Siemens, or is it Siemens? Doesn't run a Lucas or a Bosch system. So yeah, that's where we are. So updates are pending. Right, Captain's Log additional. I've used my Milwaukee, I can't remember what they call these now, actually. Yeah, I don't know, vibrating tool. I've taken the top off, as you can see. I went a little bit below, but as you can see, that edge there, if you can get a screwdriver or pick underneath, you can actually prise the top off. I didn't realise that, you know, learning all the time here. So yeah, I've taken the top off. I've managed to get, there's like a red resin, which is dusty as fuck, so you might want to wear a mask because I don't know what it's made of. I can desolder that wire now. Hopefully I can thread a new yellow wire through, or maybe have to drill it out, I don't know. So yeah, this should be repairable, hopefully, fingers crossed. So yeah, I'll end this there. Next video will be, hopefully, me with this repaired, the loom in, the injectors in, and we shall see if it fires up.